Welcome to the Point. In this session, we are discussing about simple interest. What is this simple interest? For example, say you're borrowing 100 rupees from a person and that person says while returning you have to return with 10% interest. You know that percent is nothing but by 100. So 10% interest means while returning the amount you have to return him 110 rupees. This extra amount paid by you is nothing but a simple interest. The general formula used for simple interest is PTR by 100, where P is principal. Principal is nothing but the amount borrowed initially from a person, or the initial amount, the money borrowed or lent out for a certain period of time. It is said to be a principal. Next comes time. The amount for how many years you are keeping it with you, or after how many years you are returning the amount, that is the time period here. And the rate of interest. Rate of interest is nothing but rate per annum, that is you have to return the amount for 10% per annum in such a way. For 10% interest you have to return back the money, that is called rate of interest. Let's solve few problems in order to understand the topics clearly. How much time will it take for an amount of rupees 450 to yield rupees 81 as interest at 4.5% per annum of simple interest? Here it is given that for amount of rupees 450, that becomes the principal. It yields 81 rupees. It yields means nothing but that simple interest. It yields 81 rupees at the interest. That is nothing but rate of interest is 4.5% per annum, and here we have to calculate the time, how many years it takes to get the simple interest 81 rupees for the amount of 450 rupees at the rate of interest of 4.5%. We know that simple interest is equals to PTR by 100. So here since we are calculating T, we can shift the formulas. T is equals to SI into 100 divided by P into R. We know that SI is nothing but 81 into 100 and principal is 450 and R is 4.5%. Now just simplify these terms and find the value of T, that is T is equals to 81 into 100 by 450 into 45. If you convert this, you get 10 in the numerator. Initially cancels the zeros and we know that 5 9s are 45 and 5 20s are, and 9 1s are, 9 9s are 81 and 5 9s are 45, 5 4s are 20, 9 1s are and 9 1s are. Finally we got T is equals to 4, that is T is equals to 4 years. A sum fetched a total simple interest of rupees 929.20 at the rate of interest of 8% per annum in 5 years. What is the sum? So here we don't know the principal and we know that simple interest is equals to 929.20 and the rate of interest is 8% per annum for time period of 5 years. Use the formula simple interest is equals to PTR by 100, which is equals to, we don't know the principal, so take P, and time period is 5 and rate of interest is 8 by 100. Since we are calculating for P, principal is equals to simple interest into 100 by 5 into 8. We know that simple interest is equals to 929.20 into 100 by 5 into 8. Simplify this equation now. 5 1s are, 5 20s are 100 and 8 1s are 8 1s are 8, 8 1s are 8, 8 6 are 0.15. We get principal is equals to 116.15 into 20 which is equals to, we get 23.00, which is the principal amount here. Arun took a loan of rupees 1400 with simple interest for as many years as the rate of interest. If he paid 686 rupees as interest at the end of the loan period, what was the rate of interest? Here, principal amount, that is loan took by Arun, is 1400 rupees, and they have said that, and it is clearly mentioned that he had took a loan with simple interest for as many years as the rate of interest, that is time period and rate of interest will be same. Let's take T is equals to R is equals to small r, and he paid back simple interest 686 rupees. We have to find out the rate of interest. We know that simple interest is equals to PTR by 100, which is equals to 686, with 1400 is a principal, and T and R is R into R by 100. So let's calculate now. We are finding for R square 686, zeros get cancelled, which is equals to 14 R square. 686 by 14 is equals to R square, that is R square is equals to 49 and R is equals to 7. Here we know that T is equals to R, that is time period is equals to rate of interest. They have asked for rate of interest. So here R is 7%. If they have asked for number of years, then it becomes 7 years. A sum of rupees 14,000 amounts to 22,400 in 12 years at the rate of simple interest. What is the rate of interest? Here principal is equals to 14,000 and amount is equals to 22,400 and time period is 12 years. Here we have to calculate the rate of interest. Here we don't have simple interest. We know that amount is equals to principal plus simple interest. So to calculate the simple interest is equals to amount minus principal. We get the simple interest, that is 22,400 minus 14,000. We get 8,400, which is the simple interest. Using this data, calculate the rate of interest. We know that simple interest is equals to PTR by 100. Calculate for R, which is equals to SI into 100 by P into T, which is equals to 8,400 into 100 by 12 into 14,000. We get R is equals to 5%. This is the rate of interest. A lent rupees 5,000 to B for 2 years and rupees 3,000 to C for 4 years on simple interest at the same rate of interest and received rupees 2,200 in all from both of them as interest. Then the rate of interest per annum is. Here we know that A lent to B 5,000 rupees for 2 years and A lent to C 3,000 rupees for 4 years. At the end, from both of them, A received 2,200 as an interest. Here we have to calculate the rate of interest per annum. We know that simple interest for both these amounts is 2,200. So just add these two. In the sense, using formulas, add this. That is PTR by 100 of first one, where A lent to B, plus PTR by 100 where A lent to C, which is equals to 2,200. 5,000, time period is 2 years, we don't know the rate of interest, by 100 plus 3000 into 4 years by rate of interest by 100, which is equals to 2200. All zeros gets cancelled. 52s are 100 R plus 30 into 4, that is 120 R is equals to 2200, which implies that 220 R is equals to 2200. From this equation we get R is equals to 10%. A man took loan from a bank at rate of 12% per annum simple interest. After 3 years, he had to pay Rs 5,400 interest only for the period. What was the principal amount borrowed by him? Here we know that rate of interest is equals to 12% and time period is equals to 3 years and simple interest given is equals to 5,400. And we don't know the principal. We have to calculate the principal amount. Using the simple interest formula, you can easily calculate the principal amount. Simple interest is equals to PTR by 100, which implies P is equals to SI into 100 by T into R. And we know that simple interest is 5,400 into 100 and time period is 3 and rate of interest is 12. Simplifying this, we get 12 ones and 12 45s, 3 ones, 3 5s, 15, 150, which is equals to 150 into 100 is equals to 15,000. This is the principal amount. What will be the ratio of simple interest earned by certain amount at the same rate of interest for 6 years and that for 9 years? Here they have given that only the time period for 2 years, that is 6 years, and the next time period is 9 years. Rate of interest is same for both of this and also the principal amount is same. We have to find out the ratio. Ratio means we know it will be in comparison of both. That is, first let's compare 6:9, that is simple interest for 6 years first. PTR by 100, this is for 6 years, and PTR by 100 for 9 years. Principal is same and time period is 6 and rate of interest is also same, that is by 100. Principal into 9 years into R by 100. You simplify this, 100s get cancelled, PP, RR gets cancelled, we are left out with 6 by 9. If we further simplify this, we get 3 2s are 6 and 3 3s are 9, which is in the form of 2:3. This is the ratio of the simple interest earned by certain amount. A person borrows 5,000 for 2 years at 4% per annum simple interest. He immediately lends it to another person at 6.1/4% per annum for 2 years and find his gain in the transaction per year. Here a person is borrowing 5,000 rupees at 4% interest and immediately he is lending the same amount to the other person at 6.1/4% of interest, where the time period is same for both, that is 2 years. Here we have to find out the gain transaction per year. To calculate the gain, we have to find out the simple interest gain from 4%. We have to subtract it from 6.1/4%. Therefore, gain is equals to PTR by 100 gain by 6.1/4% minus PTR by 100 for 4%. That is equals to, principal is same for both, 5,000 into 2 and rate of interest is 6.1/4, which can be written as 25/4 by 100 minus 5,000 into 2 into 4 by 100. Substitute this, you'll get 625 minus 400, which is equals to 225. This 225 is the total gain for 2 years. Here they have asked transaction per year. We have to find the gain for 1 year. So 225 by 2, which is equals to 114.5 is the gain per annum.
So that's it for today's session. See you in the next one. Thank you.